To start your first quote in the Alex.io software, log into your account. Once logged in, you will be taken to your Quotes and Layouts page. This page has everything you need to start a new quote, revise existing quotes, send quotes to clients, and download manufacturing files for each quote. Let's start a simple one-layer phone quote with rounded corners and a cavity in the center. When you click Start a Quote, you will be taken to the Interactive Editor page. This page is where all of the information for the quote will be input. Let's start by adding the customer information. Customer name and email are required inputs. Company name and phone number are optional. Once the customer information is filled in, we can turn our attention to the top 3 tiles. This is where we input the phone layer's information. Let's start by adding the layer length, width, and thickness. In the Layer Details tile, we can add cropped corners if this will be a top cover pad, or we can round them if the phone will be used in a plastic case. For this quote, we will use rounded corners and set the radius to 3/4 of an inch. Let's add a quantity of 10. We will now add a rectangle cavity from the cavity palette. You can move the cavity freely on the foam canvas by clicking anywhere inside of the cavity. Resize the cavity by clicking and dragging the lower right handle. For a more accurate cavity size, you can input the sizes in the cavity tile to the right of the foam canvas. You can quickly center the cavity in the foam by clicking the center button while it is selected. Now let's select the material for the foam layer. You have multiple foam types to choose from based on 4 material families: expanded polyethylene, polyethylene, polyurethane, and cross-linked polyethylene. For this quote, we will select 1.7-pound black polyethylene. We will skip the cartons tile for this quote. That section will be utilized for another quote in a new video. We will move down to the Notes tile. In the Notes area, you can add any information that you would like to stay with the quote. For example, special cutting instructions or gluing needs. Now we are ready to click Apply to Quote. This will take all of the information you have input and calculate a quote based on that information. You will now see the customer-facing quote. The header will list the quote number, customer information, revision letter, creation date and time, as well as the buttons the customer can use to print, send, and schedule a call with you if they have built the quote themselves. The main tiles of the quote show the dimensions of the phone, quantity, material, a quick rundown of pricing, and the notes that you added in the editor. The line items tile lists the phone layers of the quote with individual layer pricing. The layout package area lists the saved package number, date, and time of saved quote, notes, and a preview of each layer with thickness dimensions and cavity depths. Congratulations, you have created your first quote using the Alex.io software. We have so much more to show you. Please subscribe and click the notifications bell so you can stay updated as new videos are uploaded.